What is going on, guys? My name is Atlantis, and today I'm going to be showing you 5 different cave designs that you can build in your Minecraft world. Now, these can be built in survival, or they can be built in your creative world. It doesn't really matter, whatever you want to use them for. And keep in mind that these are just my designs. You can come up with your own designs, or you can use mine, whatever works best for you. So, without further ado, let's get into this. Now, the first design that I've come up with is much more of a snow-themed cave. As you see, it uses snow-themed blocks such as actual snow and ice, as well as blocks like the concrete powder and wool, as they just sort of add a lot more detail to it than just plain snow and ice, as well as mixing in the actual stone blocks with the white blocks and the ice. It just makes it integrate into the surrounding cave better. And another thing you can do is add stained glass panes hanging from the ceilings and the walls to mimic icicles, as well as building these crystal structures. Now, these are here mainly because they take up some of the negative space in the cave, and they make it feel more full. So if you're building a much larger project and you can make these on a much larger scale, then it would definitely improve the cave. And if you are concerned about lighting, you can just mix in sea lanterns somewhere in the build. This is how I did it. You can do it any way you want. This is just all I could come up with. Or in the next update, or if you have the texture pack where it turns the base of the end rods into a more stone color, you could definitely use those to make icicles or use them as a form of lighting in this. So that's that. On to the next cave. Now, this cave is a fairly simple design. As you can see, it's just got this one thing centered in the middle, and it's got these pillars out here on the outside. But this could definitely be used if you found a cave or something in this shape, or if you dug it out and wanted to build sort of a shrine design. And you could literally put anything here. This is just what I could come up with. It all depends on what your use is, what you want to do with it, and how you build. And I have mixed in other blocks into it to give it texture. I would highly suggest doing that, as it does improve the overall look of the build. And if it is underground, you don't necessarily need the leaves, but I thought it was a nice touch just because it is above ground. So, on to the next cave. Now, this cave, as you can tell, is much more of a mine-themed cave. I wouldn't be surprised if I was in someone's build and I went underground and saw this in their mines, but it could easily be used in such a way, or if you had an actual mining operation and you just wanted to decorate it, then this could be a very good way of doing it. Now, I have used pressure plates and buttons and things. Personally, I find that walking over the pressure plates can be quite annoying. You don't have to use those. It's all about who said you could move? Who said you could move? No one said you could move. Anyway, it's really all about what you want to do with it. This is just, again, it's just my design. You can try mixing in other blocks into the walls. You can try using different designs for the pillars, placing the blocks differently. This is all just what I've come up with. And it's really just meant to inspire you and maybe give you some ideas. And that's really all it's for. So, I know I didn't explain much about this one, but there's not too much to explain. Also, stalactites with cobblestone walls, it's a good idea. Just try using that. And not much else to talk about this one. On to the next one. Now, this one is a bit of a strange design because you normally wouldn't house your animals underground. However, if you did have an underground base and you had a lot of animals you wanted to house in it, then you could definitely use this one. Personally, I think this would be best if you had the side of a hill that you had dug out, or if you found an indentation in a hill and wanted to use it, then this would definitely work for that. Also, I've used a lot of brown blocks because it sort of mimics where the animals have been walking, and that this place doesn't get a lot of sunlight and it gets trampled quite often, as well as a fireplace. So if you and your buddies want to hang out and, I don't know, roast some marshmallows, have a good time, listen to some music, tell campfire stories, then you can do that, and then everyone can come over here and sleep by the llama. Or if you don't want to park your llama next to your beds, then put it in the stables. It all depends on what you've come up with, as I've said before, and it all depends on how you want to use it. So, not much to explain about this one. So, I guess on to the last one. Now, the final one is personally my favorite one because I really like how the colors and just everything sort of comes together. And I also like that this one is a lot more practical than the other ones. I could see this in someone's house, in their underground basement, if they need storage space with some crafting tables and some furnaces, or if they just wanted to have a nice place to come and hang out, because personally, this is where I'd hang out. I like this place. I was tempted to put a bed here and make this like a living space, but I decided not to. I don't know why, because personally, I'd live here. I like the space. So, the palette, very simple, just a few grass if this thing does go out to the outside, and then just mixing in some polished andesite as well as normal andesite, green carpet, dark oak, and some flower pots with some flowers and some ferns just to brighten things up. And just try and strategically place the chests and these things. I forget what they're called, and I really don't care. And your furnaces and your anvils, everything. Just try and place them in a way that sort of fits with the way the room is designed. This is a much more organic design of a room, so try and place everything in a way that fits that. Obviously, the carpet is not just a square thing, and it is divided up between the two levels of the floor. So just try and mix that into your build. If it's an organic build, try and blend whatever you're doing into the build, and it'll look a lot better. So that is it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you maybe got some ideas and learned something. And yeah, that's it. That's all I got. So if you liked it, if you enjoyed, please leave a like on the video. If you really liked it, then be sure to subscribe. I forgot half my outro. See, I'm all over the place today. Anyway, if you enjoyed, please be sure to like and subscribe. It motivates me a lot. And if you have a comment for anything you want me to do, or just criticism of any kind, not the mean kind, but you know, the constructive kind, then please leave a comment. I want to read comments. They're fun to read. I've forgotten everything already. I've forgotten how to do an outro in the last 3 days. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye! Jukeboxes. That's what they're called. Yeah, I remembered. I figured it out. Woo!